push record. Excellent. And let's see. Who are we missing today? Where is Pavi?
Other people think you're weird.
Kyler, we can hear you in his video.
I purposely unmuted for him.
That is, yeah. Get back to your own computer, Kyler. Leave your brother alone. He like pops back over. All right, we should probably get this thing started since we've chatted a whole bunch. Welcome, glad you are here. Miss Ross, feeling better today? Good, all right. Miss Forsyth has a fan, all right.
Sorry,
And then she
I
disappeared.
didn't realize that it was that in the way.
Oh, no, you're good.
There we go.
Perfect. All right. Student Creed. It has been a heck of a Thursday. I will tell you what, I cannot wait for Friday. I'm done. Instructor Creed, begin. I will teach this class because it is the most important class I will ever teach. I am patient and enthusiastic, and I lead by example. That's right. Speaking of examples, Mr. Zellweger, how many times in that last class did I catch the first move that we were working on?
That was the Voodoo Child one, right?
Yes.
Okay, 0.
0, correct. I caught it 0 times, and I think Mason caught it once. One of the things that you guys should know about leading by example is that you don't always have to set a perfect example. That would be crazy. Like if you only taught the things that you could do instead of explaining the possibilities that exist, think how limited people would be, right? So like if you taught somebody only the things that you knew, they would only grow to a certain point, right? If you're like, hey, why don't you try this? What if you did this? Like that's how people get really great. And so it was really exciting to watch you guys for testing on Friday. And it just went really smooth. And I spent 4 hours in the car yesterday driving certificates to people, which was just too much time. So thank you to everybody that ran classes yesterday because I was driving until I couldn't feel my rear end. So today, and Ms. Ross, I still need to, you guys didn't email me back with your address to verify, so I didn't stop by your house. What's that? That would be great, because then I can make some more trips. And then Caleb and Kyler, your sister did not get back to, I already know your address, but they didn't get back to me, so it didn't make it onto my list of stops for yesterday. Oh, well, not your fault, it's her fault. Cool. All right, today, big topic. So they lifted the stay-at-home order, and now it is the safer-at-home order. And after doing research about 10 minutes before Bo staff class, I realized that gyms are not allowed to open unless we do private classes of 4 people or less, which sucks. Now, I've already talked with Mr. Zellweger on, was it Monday or Tuesday?
I believe it was Tuesday.
Tuesday, about that we are still going to be running virtual classes. How many of you, I know Caleb and Kyler already want to do in-person classes because you guys are sick of being at home, yes? You can just nod the headband.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, your mom had already emailed and was like, they're so excited about not doing martial arts at home anymore, which I am very, is I wanted to come up with a schedule of who here is like, my parents want me to stay at home. I'm going to be staying at home. Who's staying at home? I know David's staying at home. Zoe's staying at home. Willow's staying at home. Yep. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Ms. Davis, you're feeling like living dangerously, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. Ms. Joseph, living dangerously?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. Good call. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to spread my time between teaching virtually and teaching at the studio. Obviously, we're not going to have a full teaching schedule at the studio. I really want to have maybe 1, maybe 2 days where I teach live, because that's all we can really justify the time for. And then keep the virtual classes. So what do you think? So obviously, all right. So Mr. Zelbor, has this schedule been working well for everybody? Is that working pretty good? Yeah.
Pretty well.
Pretty well. Okay. What changes would you make, if any? If you, I mean, just throw something out there. If you were to make any changes, so right now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is beginner, intermediate, advanced. Tuesday, Thursday, we have black belt class at the end, and then we have the specialty kind of stuff. What would you add? What would you change? Because I think if we could eliminate a day of the beginner, intermediate, advanced, and I do it at the studio, that would ease leadership team stuff, and then and then teach like 1 black belt class a week at the studio. So basically I have a day where we have like 4 classes, and then the rest of the day we teach virtually. What do you think? I'm just throwing stuff out now.
I feel like maybe Wednesdays would be good for like removing the normal, like the online classes, and then like.
Okay. So remove Wednesdays. I'm just writing down suggestions, and they can clash with what other people say. Do speak up. One thing that I've noticed is I won't say anything about like our online teaching schedule for my science program, and if I don't speak up, I get totally screwed as far as schedule. So let me know what you like, what you don't like. So remove Wednesdays and do those in person.
How are you gonna do in-person classes with only 4 people though?
I'm glad you asked.
Like if you have multiple people that want to come.
Right. So I have, so through Zen Planner, people can register for classes. So I can basically do first come, first serve, make them shorter. That's where I was like, well, maybe 2 days, where then, I mean, realistically, the number of people have said that they want to come back and live dangerously, so to speak, is very, very small. So even if they open it up, it is still small. Now, the other option is we keep everything virtual, but I open up private lessons. So like, David, if you want to do private lessons, oh, but you can't go out. We could do that virtually. Jenna, if you want to do private lessons, Kirsten, if you want to do private lessons, we could do that. Yeah, that is a discussion that I'm going to have with Zen Planner for getting people to register for classes. They can't just show up. So, good question. Anything else? I mean, schedule is working pretty well. We can roll with it, or we can do something else. I don't know.
Would that technically be 3 students, including you?
So they said the only exception is if, yeah, it's basically 5 or fewer people. So it's basically the instructor plus 4 people. The only exception is if I were to train like a family of 5, like the Stone family, because they're all in the same household, then it's fine. But yeah, gyms are a little bit crazy.
Should we teach stuff like SMA and bow staff and grappling in person?
So
Prioritize that.
I will be perfectly honest that it is very difficult to teach bow staff and bladed and all that stuff via Zoom. I hate it so much. It is really hard. I mean, even today I was like, oh, this will go great, and then it goes okay. So prioritize. So maybe So what about this? Having just the regular curriculum classes virtual, but then doing some of those, like have 2 or 3 sections of XMA where people can come to the studio, do it in small groups, and then go home. What do you think? Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's only so much XMA, right, Caleb, Kyler, that we can do at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So roughly how many people are willing to do in-person lessons?
So that is the big question. Is I'm gonna Mrs. Sensei said send out an email, see who's interested. For instance, let me read you a couple that I've gotten where people are, emails. So like William. We're not quite comfortable letting William return to training in person yet. Even the Hansons were like, oh, this is, I have like 1 or 2 beginners that are like, yes, back in training. And then the rest are like, no.
I think if that's the case, if you just do like private lessons or like small group lessons and just have the normal schedule stay as it is and then schedule those around it.
Okay, that makes sense. We could do that.
Because I don't think it makes sense to remove a whole day of classes for like the 10 people that want to return in person.
Yeah, and that's where it's hard to, like, where's your time best spent? You know, so if people are good with doing it, because I mean, even dropping belts off, it's funny because it was like, hey, good to see you. Here's hand sanitizer. Okay, here's your certificate. Okay, later. You know, and like run away. So it's a little bit surreal. Yeah, a lot of people saying, oh, interesting.
We could schedule certain.
Oh, sorry, say that one more time. It cut out a little bit.
We could schedule certain times for leaders to be online or at the studio. So like while some people are teaching belt class. That's what I was going to ask. Because I want to be at both, not necessarily all the time at the virtual stuff, but is what days. I mean, if we keep our same schedule, I think it's going to be just fine for the virtual stuff. Has that been okay for everybody? Is it not terrible? This is Miss Ross just thumbs up. She's just hanging back. Yep. Okay. So it's been pretty good. Okay. Oh, and Caleb, Kyler, I need to get you guys on. Can you guys do Friday intermediate? That's the one that I don't have.
What time is it?
That is at 3:45 currently.
Yeah, we pretty much have like nothing on Friday, so yeah.
Okay, so because I meant to get back to you guys about a day to be on Friday intermediate class.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Okay, so my to-do list involves Willow, find out how many people are interested in doing the in-person stuff. So far, I can count the number of people who want to do in-person stuff on one hand. Kirsten, Jenna, Caleb, Kyler, Karis. Okay, 2 hands. And Alex. That's it. 6 people. So that might be tricky.
Does anyone that isn't currently doing the online class going to come back for in person, or is that just?
So Alex, that white belt that we have, is the only kid who was like, I don't like the virtual classes. I only want to do the in-person classes. So they're like the only ones.
Okay. Well, there's also people like Anna who hasn't showed up at all, and
Correct.
I don't know if they contacted you at all. So.
No, they have not. But that is a family that I assume, you know, it's kind of like he's not here, so we can talk about him. Jacob Hazel, right? Is he showed up for what? 2 classes, 1 class, 2 classes, maybe? But he's like, the virtual thing, not so much for me. There's no good balance. What about just like a couple open mat times at the studio? What about that?
You'd still need to have people like RSVP though.
Correct. But then I wouldn't have to make like a beginner class, an intermediate class, an advanced class, and a black belt class at the studio. I could say, hey, we're having open mat and I can teach you individually, and it's not so bad because there's only 4 of you maximum, right? So that could work.
You could bring back a temporary basic training class or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we had that a while back, didn't we?
Yeah.
The hard part is with basic training, it's basic, and so I mean it's good if people want to get a workout, but you know it's hard to, like, let's say Jenna shows up to the basic training class. Like it'll be okay, but it's not going to be useful for you. It'll be helpful for a white belt, maybe some of the beginners and intermediates, but not so much for the advanced.
Okay.
So I
that
think
wouldn't really work because there'd be like 2 beginners and 2 intermediates, and that's it.
Oh, for the yeah, I mean, but again, if I do it in 30 minutes or 40-minute increments and just run a couple a night, well, that covers everybody, all 6 people that we have that want to do the in-person stuff. So.
What if you have like an hour and a half where you schedule maybe half-hour blocks, so you can have people say, oh, I'll come to this time for half an hour, and it's still like an open mat, but if you schedule them in blocks, that way it would be easier.
I would probably just have to set up. I would probably have to set up in the system like 30-minute blocks. I mean, obviously that'd be easy to go from like, hey, from 3 o'clock till 4 o'clock or till 5 o'clock, I have these 4 30-minute blocks. You have to sign up for. You can sign up for one of those. Come in for 30 minutes and we'll work. Yeah. I'm just writing down all ideas. But anyway, okay, let's change gears a little bit. We'll put that on the back burner. Is drills for teaching new stuff. We're going to be doing a drill in the black belt class here in just a little bit on some sparring stuff. Yeah, Jenna's like, yay! But with teaching like Saju Drugi, Saju Magi, and then for the intermediates moving on to Wanyo, the big thing is going to be drills. I just don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's got to be done with partners. Did you guys have any? I've been kind of reaching back through. Can you think of any drills that we do in class that we could adapt to be done by yourself? I know. That's the exact sound that's in my head.
Times, but like,
yeah, line drills. Basically, that's what we have to do at home. We had done something where, like with the beginners, you set something on the couch and you kick it off. You know, going for accuracy. But like, you can do bombs away if you like toss something to yourself. Kind of. It's not pretty, but it works. My big thing is, what would seem fun for you guys to do? Because if it seems fun for you to do, and that's how I approach it, is like, if it seems fun for me to do, that's great. and I can make all these plans, but if you're like, not so much on that, you know, what would make you excited about training? Is like standing there kicking at the screen is, you know. What do you like?
I kind of liked when you had to run around.
I like how we can kind of run around and then that's all I got.
I liked when you had us run around our houses.
Okay, run around the outside. Okay, sweet. Just jump in. I'm listening. I got my headset going. Things that you liked, or things that you could see would be fun.
I liked when you taught that mini like grappling for advanced.
Okay, so even though it was but you did have a giant duck for that one, so that worked out really well. So, Ms. Joseph, we could maybe look at trying to do, and again, we would open it up for you guys to try out is like the grappling class. See if we could do a virtual grappling class, maybe. We would just have the understanding that you have to have a uniform or something that you can actually do these moves on. Does that sound good? Okay. Or actually, because of the quarantine thing, could you do that with a partner? Could you have a partner for that? Like, Zoe, could you use one of your brothers?
Yes.
Okay. Instead of a duck? All right. Just checking. Okay. Requires partner. So the feeling that I get, with the exception of a very small percentage of people, is most people are going to be staying home. So I need to really figure out a way to get creative to teach varied classes online. Does that sound accurate to everybody? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just starring some things. Okay. So basically that sucks because I just want to go out. I'm such an extrovert. I like hanging out with you guys. I don't like sitting at home on my floor talking via video. I hate it so bad. So let's play some games. Let's interact. Let's do this. We have played this before many moons ago. On a note card, a sheet of paper, something. I want you to take a couple minutes to write down 3 things. 2 of which are true, 1 of which is a lie. Yes. 2 of which are true, 1 of which is a lie. I'm going to write mine on here. All right, we're just going to have some fun.
Like about ourselves or in general?
About yourself, yes. About yourself. I am ready. Is everybody else ready?
I'm ready.
Who's
I'm ready.
All right. All right. I see David's elbow. That's all I got. You're good. And then Caleb's video has disappeared, and Kyler has a great view of his ceiling. All right. Come on. There we go. There we go. Kyler, where are you? I see your ceiling. There you are.
I'm ready.
Where's your brother? Turned his video off. I hear him. I just can't see him. There we go. All right. So here's how we're gonna do it. The way that we'll play this game to see if who wins and who loses. So we have 3 things. We'll read them out. You're gonna hold up either 1, 2, or 3 for the thing that you think is false. All right. So hold it up there, and we'll tabulate it. So, for instance, I'll read my things. You'll hold up whichever you think is false, if it's 1, 2, or 3. And I'll go, okay, the majority says this one is false. And if you guys are correct, you all get a point. And if I am correct, then I get a point. All right, so that's how it's going to work. So you got to keep track of your points. So I will go first. Number 1, I worked as a bartender before being a teacher. Number 2, I got to act in a movie. And number 3, I stole a car for a joyride. Just waiting for Kyler and Caleb.
Can you say them again?
And Jenna. Oh, yes. Number 1, I worked as a bartender before being a teacher. Number 2, I got to act in a movie. And number 3, I stole a car for a joyride. Just waiting for Caleb. Come on, man. We don't have all day. 1, 2, or 3. Okay. You guys, everyone except for Kyler says 2. It's actually number 1. It's actually number 1. I did get to act in a movie. I don't know that the movie was ever officially released. And I did actually steal a car when I was younger. Yes. And then it is false. I have never worked as a bartender ever in my life. So 1 point for me. Okay. All right. David, you're next.
All right.
Oh, here, let me spotlight you. Hang on. Hooray for Bluetooth mice.
If I get it right, do I get a point or what?
No, because it goes with what the majority says.
All right. I am of Polish descent. I have been to 6 countries, including the USA, and I have never had a cavity.
Ooh.
Poland.
Willow's like 1, 2, 1, 2. Gotta choose one. All right. It looks like, and Jenna, what do you say? Jenna looks frozen. Uh-oh.
I think she's frozen.
Yep. She's got this fun look on her face. All right. It looks like you got 2 people voting for 3, 2 people voting for 1, and 2 for 2. Okay. Actually, I'll tell you what, Kyler, since you got mine correct, give yourself a point. So this will be individual. There she goes. There goes Jenna. All right, Mr. Zelibor, which one is correct? Or which one is false?
The first one is false.
Yes.
So I am of Czech and German descent.
Okay.
Not Polish.
Ha ha ha. That's 2 points for me. I was correct. All right. I'll say this. Whoever's telling the truths in a lie does not get points that round. That way, it's only when you guess. That'll make it fair. Otherwise, it'll be impossible. Impossible. All right, going across the top. Ms. Forsyth, let's hear them.
So I can play 6 musical instruments. I play first. Oh, that's number 1. Number 2 is I play first and second base in softball. And number 3 is I have never been south of the equator.
What was the first one again? Sorry.
I can play 6 musical instruments.
Hmm. Hmm. All right, we're waiting. All right, so it looks like all the votes are in. What is it?
The lie was I play first and second base in softball.
Oh. What
I'm
position?
utility,
What's
so
that?
I play everywhere.
You play
I'm
everywhere.
utility,
Okay.
so I play everywhere basically.
Cool. So technically, it is still true, though.
Yeah, but I play more outfield because we have like specific people that play first and second. So.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. I do not get a point. All right, Miss Ross, you are up.
I have a puppy named River. I have 2 brothers, and my beta fish's name is Blue.
You have to speak up a little bit. We've never had that problem with you.
I have a puppy named River. I have 2 brothers. My fish's name is Blue.
What's the last one?
My fish's name is Blue.
As in the color blue?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the first one. I don't have a
Yes.
puppy yet.
Yes. I got it. Yay. All right. That's another point for me. All right. I guess right. Okay. Moving across. All right. Ms. Davis.
Okay. Before moving to Colorado, I lived in Queens, New York. I have 1 cat and 1 dog, and I want to be and I most likely am going to be a lawyer when I grow up.
Ooh.
Wait, we're in New York?
Queens.
See, the hard part is you and Willow think the same because you're trying to catch us on these little technicalities, which is terrible. So, all right. Which one is it?
It's the first one.
Yes.
I did not live.
Where were you before Colorado, if anywhere?
I lived on Long Island in this town called North Babylon.
Okay.
It's like an hour's drive away from Queens, I think.
Okay. But it's not Queens.
I've been to a bunch, but I've never lived there.
Okay. All righty. You're going to have to pull one over on your brother, Kyler. Let's see it.
Okay, so let's see. So I've never attended a public school before. I have 8 direct cousins, and I play 2 instruments.
What was the second one?
I have 8 direct cousins.
It looks like the votes are in, I think. Yep, votes are in. Looks like everyone except for, nope, looks like everyone is saying the same one. We're all saying 2.
Actually, I take lessons for 2 instruments, but I play more than that, so it's the third one.
So it's still correct. I claim shenanigans. You and Willow both, I claim shenanigans. It needs to be like all false.
I meant 4.
I play 4.
Actually,
So
I meant
technically you
4
play
cousins
2
left.
and you play 4.
So just, yeah, or I don't know.
But if you made it to claim more, like I play 6 instruments, but you only play 4 instruments, that would be more false.
Oh.
You people and your technicalities. All right.
And you should specify what counts and what doesn't. You just said come up with 2 truths and 1 lie.
This
so.
is true. This is true. You have fulfilled the letter of the law, but not the spirit of the law. All right, we're ready.
Okay. So the headband that I'm currently wearing is actually mine. 9 years ago, I was gonna have another brother, but he died before he was born. And then I like to eat fried trout eyes.
I know which one is false. David, there's behind you. That looks slightly familiar. All right, Kyler disappeared. Get back and vote. Where'd he go?
Can you repeat them?
So the headband I have right now is currently mine.
Is
9 years
actually
ago-
yours, yeah.
Yeah, 9 years ago, I was gonna have another brother, but he died before he was born. And then I like to eat trout or fried trout eyes.
I'm guessing number 1. I think everybody else also has 1 on there. What's the answer?
It is number 1.
It is number 1, yeah, because we were all paying attention. Yeah, I know. All right. Let's see. Who has not? Oh, Miss Joseph has not gone yet. Okay. Here we go. Last one, maybe, if she doesn't freeze again. Ugh. There we go. Okay, last one. I am currently sitting at 4 points. How many points does everyone else have?
I have 2.
1.
So I'm at
Oh, no,
4, and
I
actually
see.
Caleb had 2 lies and the truth.
What's that? Oh, Caleb did 2
So
lies
I'm
and
at
the
4,
truth?
but Caleb actually had 2 lies and the truth.
Oh, well. Then he's terrible at this game. All right, go ahead, Jenna.
Right. I've only cracked my phone screen once. My favorite baseball team is Los Angeles Dodgers, and I played softball for 2 years.
Considering that your friends have instantly thrown up their guesses, I am inclined to
What's the
probably
second one?
agree with them.
What's the second one?
My favorite baseball team is the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm still going with 1. What's it gonna be, Caleb? He's like trying to play the. All right, which one is it, Miss Joseph? As she's frozen again.
She froze.
Number 3, I actually only played baseball for 1 year. I've only cracked my phone screen once. The time before that, my brother took it out of my pocket and dropped it face down on the concrete. So
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that.
All right, so I got that one wrong. Who guessed? Nobody guessed 3, I think. Okay. See, that's you changed the complete sport from baseball to softball. So see, that is a lie. Very good. All right, so Caleb, Kyler, you and I had 4. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, so we need a tiebreaker. We need each of you, that is not Caleb or Kyler or I, to come up with a quick one thing about yourself. It could be a truth or a lie. Truth or a lie. All right, and then then we'll do a quick round robin. All right. So Zoe wants to go first, I assume. All right. So Kyler and I have to decide. Just tell us one thing. It could be a truth or a lie.
Okay. I've lived in 6 houses.
What?
I've lived in 6 houses.
I say true.
Do I just like write it down or what?
No, just what do you think? True or false? Just shout it out.
True.
We both say true. What is it?
It is true.
Woo, it is true. Okay, that's 1 point for each of us. All right, Mr. Zelibor, hit me with something.
Hold on.
Could be true or false. Doesn't matter. We have to guess.
I've lived in 5 states.
Uh,
I say true.
false.
It is false. It's only 4.
Okay. Oh. I see. Taking my suggestion from earlier. You jerk. All right. All right, Ms. Davis. Something true or false?
My dog is sitting next to me in my bed. Off screen.
True.
You have 1 dog and 1 cat. I say false.
Yes, it is false.
Yeah. All right. Here's a cat. All right. That's 2-2, Kyler. All right, Miss Forsyth, go for it.
Over the quarantine, I learned how to juggle.
True.
I say false.
Is false. I did not learn how to juggle.
Yes. Yeah. Sensei pulls ahead by 1. All right, Caleb.
So the southwest face of my house is 26 feet and 5 inches.
In length?
Yes, in
Wait,
length.
what did you say?
The southwest face of my house is 26 inches, or it's 26 feet and 5 inches.
West.
That would, well,
That'd be a
How do you
corner.
know if
though.
I say, yeah, the southwest, your house only faces, the front
Yeah,
door
so this is
faces
west.
west. So false.
Well, yeah, because our house isn't turned that way. So true. I mean false.
Is it true or false?
It is
False.
false.
It is false. Of
Our
course
house
it is.
not ranked that way. And it's 26 feet and 7 inches.
Oh, okay. All right, which leaves Ms. Joseph. Hold on, I need to let some people into the waiting room. There we go. All right, hit us with something true or false.
Before moving to Colorado, I lived in San Francisco.
Ooh.
False.
I know your dad did med school chiropractic stuff in California, right?
Yes.
And Kyler, you said false. I'm going to say false as well.
Yeah.
And she's
False,
frozen.
Alameda, which is across the bay from San
Okay. So it looks like, Kyler, I win 5-4 on our round robin. Mwahahaha. All right, good game. Good game. All right, Kyler is very close. Caleb needs to work on how to follow directions. And Pavi missed our leadership team.
Francisco.
Boo, that's not a
I
good
had a lot
thing.
of homework.
I had a lot of homework. Let me know. Let me know. That's right. When Miss Ross isn't feeling well to show up, she lets me know. That's right. Okay, let's do black belt class. Let's bow out first. That was fun to play with you guys. Thank you for the ideas. We will see about putting them into action. Of course, I'll send out an email seeing how many people actually are like in person, yay, or how many people are not, and what we're going to do about it. So let's bow out of here, and then we'll bow in for the black belts. Yes, ma'am.
I will not be staying for black belt because I have a bit more work to get
Yep.
done.
No worries. No worries. Thank you for being here today and
Neither.
brainstorming. So, and I know finals are coming up, so crush those finals, year-end projects, whatever you got to do.
We don't have finals.
What?
Yeah, we don't.
At least Silver Creek, the principal has specifically said that teachers aren't allowed to give like the standard bubble test finals.
Oh,
So we do still have AP tests.
yeah. I have a unit final So that's all.
Yeah,
good.
we give unit like finals and projects
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they're not allowed to give like
A year-end final. Weird.
yeah.
Miss Joseph, you had something?
I have to log out and restart my computer because it keeps like resetting things.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right, we'll bow out. Let's do this. Mind, body together. Awesome. Cool. And then I'm going to stop the recording, and then we'll start for black belt.
Sensei.
Thank you, Sensei.